What's poppin'? It's 94 feet where we apply pressure, where the talk get real, where the talk get ill. I go by the name of Shays, the R&B hero. Legacy is priority. I got the crew here with me. Introduce yourselves.
Hey, it's Big Belly Big. You in the belly of the beast.
What's poppin'? It's E.Rich, financial freedom, the movement.
It's your girl Sasha.
And you already know what time it is, man. Memories over money. Let's get it.
Yeah, here on 94 FT, we like to speak on realistic topics. The topics could be just about anything. Feel free to leave your comments, leave your questions. You just might get your questions rebuttal right here, right now, on this live session at 94 FT. Let's get it going. Hey man, I hope everybody had a good weekend.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I know,
More coming
right?
up.
Yeah, it's been a lot that's been going on. It's been a lot that's been going on.
Yeah, LeBron went to the Lakers, man. He made his decision over the
I know
weekend.
a lot of people disappointed about that one.
Now, a lot of people Lakers fans now.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, I ain't
for
never
real.
seen
I'm just a LeBron fan. I wouldn't say I'm a Lakers fan, but I follow LeBron. So
So
wherever
wherever
he
he goes,
goes, I'm
But
there.
I understand that. I
Period.
understand that. That's
Majority.
cool. But then I hear a lot of people saying, hey, Lakers my new favorite team right now.
Right,
right,
Really,
right.
really like, oh.
Some
So I'm not doing all that, but for sure.
Some people trolling though. Some people trolling for real. But
It's all good. They still got to get past the Warriors. Anyway.
Yeah.
It don't even matter, man.
And the Rockets.
hey, it's gonna be that West is gonna be tough. But hey, man, what about power? That power was phenomenal, fire crazy. Phenomenal, fire crazy.
Yeah,
Man.
that power was rocking though. That
Man,
power.
that's the best. That's the best show.
In a while.
That's the best TV series ever, man.
Yeah, definitely.
In my book, that I've watched, that's the best TV series ever, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Shout out to 50 Cent, man. Get the strap.
yeah.
Strap, man.
Yeah, that, like, what y'all think? Quick though. What's the best TV series out right now?
It gotta go power, hands down.
What you think, E-Rich?
Oh yeah, it's definitely power, hands down. I think my man was saying The Wire a while ago. Wasn't that you, bro?
Either that, I'm right now, though. I don't
You
know.
said The Wire, but nah.
Riverdale
Power
good
killing that,
too,
man.
though. Riverdale good
I ain't
too.
checked that out. To me, the best show, the
Yeah.
best shows out right now. Power is definitely one or two, but I gotta put Game of Thrones in there. That's Game of Thrones is phenomenal, fire, crazy too, bro.
What
It's
about The
like-
Walking Dead, though?
The Walking Dead is one of the best all time
That's
too.
all in all.
What
It's,
are y'all watching? Like, what is going on?
but The Walking Dead, you gotta put Walking Dead in there because they going 8 seasons, 9 seasons strong. That's crazy for it, and
Right.
people go crazy over Walking Dead. So I gotta put Walking Dead in there too, though. So that's.
I ain't never
But
watched
Game of
Walking Dead.
Thrones, y'all gotta get on that Thrones, man. That Game of Thrones is up there too, right along with Power. Like those are right now, those are the top 2 shows right now. Game of Thrones and that Power for me. But hey, let's get into these these topics. But first, I want to give a shout out to Alicia Porter. Thank you for making this our nice, elegant
Yes.
cups. You know what I'm saying? 94 feet.
We rocking.
Black and
Yes,
gold in the
thank
building.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I appreciate you for that, Alicia Porter, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure, hey, anybody got any questions on when we get these cups and stuff, just inboxes, let us know in the live feed, you know what I'm saying? We get y'all her information. We got, in the second half of our show, we're going to be speaking on love language. Now, for those of y'all that don't know about love language, it's
What's the 5? What's the top?
one of 5 love languages
Right,
is
5.
quality time,
Mhm.
words of affirmation, physical touch, and acts of service and receiving gifts.
Yeah.
Those categories,
Top
right?
5.
Good looking one. Those categories were brought by Dr. Gary Chapman. He's a pastor and a doctor. How he came up with this? The research he did, marriage counseling, and he just found through these marriage counseling, people were having the same issues on these specific issues. So that's how he came up with the 5 love languages. And we all took a live. We took a quiz on the 5 love languages, and we all got our top number 1 love language.
Yeah,
and
we
we
did.
want to add our viewers.
Y'all gotta guess.
We're going to play a
Ty,
game.
because Ty, I see Ty's on here tonight.
Yeah.
Ty Henderson.
What's up, Ty?
What up?
So we want to include our viewers
what we
today.
giving away? What we giving away?
We're going to give away a $30 Chipotle card.
Yup.
We're going to do a call-in.
Yup.
This is going to be going down in the halftime of our show. So we're going to have y'all call in. I'm about to give y'all the call-in number, and y'all can pick any one of us on this set and guess our love language. All right. All you need to do is guess.
The top one.
Top-
You gotta
top-
guess the
top
top
love
one.
language.
It's out of 5.
Out of 5, you have to only get one. You can't
Right.
call in and try to get every.
If
You
you
have to ask for one person.
Right.
All right.
If you don't know what love language is, you better get on your phone and start Googling it
Right now.
Right now.
Right
Trying
now.
to win.
But she's
Hey,
just told him though.
Listen,
Just
if
told
you
him.
get it right and you pick me,
Yeah.
you owe me a date. I just want you to know that.
Hey, a dude might call in and ask.
Hey, bro, we ain't gonna have lunch date with your brothers?
Nah. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do in the second half of the show. So before we start that love language topic on the second half of the show, we're gonna have y'all call in. I'm gonna let y'all know when y'all can start calling in. It's definitely gonna be at the start of our halftime report. All right, so the number that y'all can call is 614-599-8638. Again, the number is 614-599-8638. I'm gonna have Sash go ahead and put it in the inbox in the live feed real quick. But let's get started, man.
What we starting off with?
We gonna start off with this with the SEX, man. How important is sex in a relationship? Like, how important is that?
I mean,
Oh, y'all getting quiet.
sex is, I would say sex is very important. Sex is definitely one of the top 3 things in my book, definitely. If somebody came to me and asked me what's the top things in a relationship, I'm going to tell you it's sex, finances, and I'm going to tell you, you know what I'm saying, you got to still...
Wait a minute.
No
Sex
communication.
first?
No
No,
communication.
no,
No,
order,
not in
no
no
order.
order.
Just
Okay,
the top
all right,
ones, you know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely
I
communication.
hear communication. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that I hear no communication.
Sex, finances, and communication. So
Okay.
yeah, but now that you asked about sex, sex is definitely important in a relationship.
True.
If you ain't having sex within your relationship, what you gonna do? You gonna look elsewhere, right? Something's just gonna start to creep. Something's just gonna start to creep in. You want to get desperate, especially, you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna say no names, man. They know who they are, man. But, I mean, sex is definitely important in the bedroom. You know, you can't deprive your mate. You know what I'm saying? But you really should be married before doing all that. But
Right.
sex is definitely important in a relationship.
Sex is very important in a relationship. Like you said, you can't expect to get into a relationship and not do that with a person and expect them to be faithful. I'm just saying, like honestly, like you can't jump into a relationship with me, have sex with me once, then stop and do this and do that. Like, no, you're not doing that. Because if you cut me out, I'm finding it somewhere else.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. So if she's not for it, you're ready to go find somebody else, flat, like just like that.
No, but if we come in with an understanding with that, that's different. But you can't come in and say, okay,
She can't deprive you.
yeah, you can't keep me on that job for 2-3 months and expect me to be faithful.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
What you got to say, Fury?
Man,
What you mean?
I disagree with both of y'all.
Oh, talk to me then. Talk to
Let me
me.
hear what you
Like,
talk
like,
to
like,
me.
like when it comes to sex is like the last thing on my list that I'm worried about. I could care less about sex.
Okay.
For real?
Okay.
I want
Right.
you to stimulate my mind.
You better come on. He grown man this week.
Like I need you to talk to me.
Listen to
I need
him.
you to talk to me. I need you to, I need you to. I'm gonna boost your ego. I need you to boost my ego, and I need us to accomplish these goals.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you opening up that box for me is not.
That's not nothing to you.
That's not nothing to me because I could get sex anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So let me ask you a question. Are you sexually active?
Am I sex?
Not even that. So how long do you gotta boost your gut? How long do you gotta
Yeah,
boost
that's
your
what
gut?
I'm trying to figure out.
It ain't even about that. I mean, I'm saying like if I'm with someone, of course we're gonna have sex, but if we don't have to have it every single day.
Okay. So
Like,
it's not
that's not-
important. So it's not
No,
important.
it's
in your
not important
relationship.
to
So
me at all.
she go a
It's
year
not
without
important.
doing it. That's okay?
You
So
okay?
No, a
she-
year is different though.
So it's important.
No, it's not.
What you think, Sash?
not.
I think that Nick sounds like he's over 30 today, and I'm so proud of you. Look at you growing up.
You sound like
What
you're
I think that it definitely needs to be an understanding. Like, and it depends on the dynamic of your relationship. For example, if you have kids, or you both have you're working hard, or somebody's going to school, it's a lot going on. Your drive may be different. So your sex drive might be every day. Y'all need it multiple times a day. But her sex drive might be like, I'm tired. I'm cooking. I'm cleaning up. I'm making sure the kids are good. I don't want to. I'm ready to go to bed.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's definitely 50-50. So it shouldn't be like no all the time. Just because she's tired, she should meet you halfway. But then you shouldn't be like, hey, if you ain't meeting me 100%, I'm about to slip out. I'm gonna go and cheat on you.
How long is a drought? How much long of a drought do you have to be on to say, okay, it's acceptable? You should have helped that man out. Oh, I see why that man is doing what he's doing. How long do a woman or a man have to deprive their, their mate before it's acceptable to go looking elsewhere? How long?
I think it's to each his own.
And I want to hear from Fury too.
Yeah, I think it's to each his own. Again, I'm just gonna make sure that I always have an understanding, and just make sure we're on the same page. I can't be always saying no and he's always on it. So I feel like it has to be some type of thing where you can kind of meet in the middle. Yeah, and then it depends on how old your kids are. Are the kids asleep? Are they gone? Y'all have somebody watching the kids. There's a lot of other factors that come into play when sex is involved or whatever.
So what you saying? We should game plan.
I'm just
All
saying.
Right, so you don't like to have sex that much. I like to have sex, but we're gonna meet in the middle. Let's do it 1 time a week, 2 times a week.
Whatever y'all feel is a good time.
That's
But it depends. You making it sound like you are horn dog. So you want it 3 times a day. What is you?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if we compromising, is the compromise okay? I like to have it this amount of times. You don't like to have it at all. Meet me here. Is that a compromise? Is that how you should do it?
Both of you come up with an agreement. Yes, not whatever you want, not whatever she wants, but y'all come together. Because at the end of the day, a relationship is like a business. You know what I mean? You got to find out what works for both of y'all, so y'all can be that power couple, make those moves, whatever. I feel like y'all definitely have to have
plan
that
your sex
discussion.
life.
You don't have to plan it. You don't have to plan it. But if it's struggling, if it's a struggle, and you I'm about to go cheat on you, then talk to her, communicate with her,
before you do that,
and say, listen, hey, this is not working for me. I can't do this. We need to come up with something because you love her and you care about her enough to do that.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
What about you, Steve? How you feel about it?
I feel like sex is definitely important though. Those are key factors to what can make you move on from a relationship.
Jeopardize a relationship.
That's like you said, it's sex, communication,
Finances.
and finances.
Shout out to Alicia on here. She said compromise.
Yeah.
Alicia, that did our wonderful cup. She said compromise for sure.
She said compromise.
She said compromise. Yes.
You do gotta come, but the thing about it is everybody's not willing to compromise.
True.
You get what I'm saying? Jawan, he sound like he's not compromising.
No.
He don't sound like.
I'm not saying that. My thing is I don't want to have to set up a sex date. You know what I mean? I don't want to set it up.
Right, you wanted to flow.
Yeah.
You wanted to flow. And
sometimes if kids are involved, you have to though.
But no.
No, he's not saying that.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is this: I don't want to have to say, okay, babe, you don't have to do. I have to do it. Let's meet on Wednesday. We're gonna go Wednesday.
No, you don't gotta have
You don't want it to be scripted.
Okay, but still have another understanding though. So not a schedule, but just okay, babe. If the kids are asleep, I'm probably gonna be on it. You don't gotta have a specific date,
Right.
but just be mindful of other things that are going on.
You're saying express yourself more on how active you want to be. Is that what you're saying?
If y'all been together, she's gonna know that you're horny. You want to do it all the time. So at some point, everybody has different experiences, but usually in the beginning of your relationship, you're really active. You're on each other. Everybody's just so in love. It's popping. And then real life sets back in.
And then it starts
to kind of dwindle down. So then once you notice that, for some people, but the way he sounds like he always gonna be that on top of it. So if that's the case, but you know that she's kind of I'm just saying, just from what you're saying, if she's kind of falling off, be like, hey babe, what's going on? Then you need to have that conversation about it and mention it. You don't have to do a schedule, but at least mention it to her because she might be tired. Something might be going on with her sex libido. She might need to go get something looked at or whatever. Or shoot. Challenge yourself. No, challenge yourself to stimulate her more. Maybe you're not as stimulating as you were.
Hey,
stress makes people not want to have sex either.
Hold on,
somebody's going through something. Nobody want to.
I understand that, bro. But what she just said, a lot of men don't. We don't.
You don't take heed.
Y'all trying to just bang.
Right.
What do you mean by
stimulate? Make
it intimate. Is it still intimate? Are you just trying to get it cracking in the bathroom real quick? Is it still intimate? Are you still acting like you care about her?
Right.
Because that might be a turn off too. Like, man, every time I turn around, you always just want to bend me over.
Right.
It's
True,
not
true,
intimate.
true.
It's not, you know what I mean?
That's
So
real talk.
that's another thing. Or when I come home, you always got your shoes in the middle of the floor. I gotta clean up after this. I gotta clean up after the kids. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Those are other things that come into play. Like,
Dudes be doing that.
what?
I know.
What?
I shoot you right on the side of the bed. But I ain't gonna lie, I get home, I'll be tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say, bro, I'm not a clean freak, but I'm not trashy either, though. But it's just like sometimes I don't feel like.
Sometimes you just throw your clothes on the
Yeah,
floor.
I don't feel like hanging it up. I want to just come in and just flop. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do understand where Sasha's coming from. That was a great point. Like fellas, we do need to figure out how to stimulate. But I do think sex is very important, and women do gotta understand how powerful sex is in a relationship.
So what's hot and what's not?
What I said, what's
What
not
do you
trying to
mean by
bend
that?
her over all the time, like the taking the intimacy away is not hot.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're over a certain age. When you young, you 17, 18, and God forbid you're doing it that young. I don't condone that. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, if you're young, you might be a little more risk-taking.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get older, you want the more intimate part of, like, I want intimacy. That's just for me. Everybody's different.
Right.
But I feel like I'm to a certain age. It's not going to be no quickies and all that, like, all the time. Like, it needs to be some type of intimacy going on for me to be stimulated. And other things, you know, mentally. Like he said, mentally stimulated. If you sound stupid, you saying words that don't make sense, that's a turn off. Then I just be like, shut up, don't say anything. That's just me. So I don't know.
Right.
So,
What y'all think? What's hot? What's not?
So what about like choking? You think choking hot?
I don't think.
What is that? Wait a minute. Let me just put this. I'm just gonna put this on the table. I'm glad you said I'm gonna put this on the table. What is that about? Now, and ladies, let me know what y'all think. We're not gonna be choking a man. Like that's not. We're not gonna be like in the midst of things going on, and we're gonna be like, yeah, lay down.
It gotta be a soft.
I
It gotta be a
feel
soft.
I feel like that's strictly for men.
Yeah.
And what is that about?
It gotta
Why?
be a
What is
soft
that?
choke.
Like what does that do for
She's
you?
asking what it's about. Like
Why?
So,
Like-
I think like
What's
that's
it about?
adrenaline. I think that's sometimes adrenaline for the woman.
Just
Like,
taking control.
yeah, I think
Okay,
that's
so
what-
no, so is that why? Not saying that you guys have ever done this, but like in your experience, you just being a male, like is that why men tend to do that? Like,
No, I honestly think men tend to do it because they see it on social media, like, oh, I like it when he choke me or something like that. I think that's why men do it.
But it's not. But
That's how women.
Look at that.
That's
Right,
what
women
women
portray
say.
it.
But it's not what a lot of women say.
A lot of women
But
portray
it's
on
not
social
supposed to
media,
be.
women
But it's
say
not
that.
supposed to be like
A
a
lot of
real
women
choke.
say that.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
just you put your
Right.
hand in. It's not
Okay.
supposed to be like a.
You gotta have a
Don't
safe
bring
word.
it,
You
choke.
gotta have a safe word.
okay, that's true. Okay, so we have Alicia. She said.
What did Alicia say?
She said it has to be a healthy mix of doing it, you know, and making a connection. So it has to be a healthy mix. It can't just be all of what you want or all of what she wants. It has to be a healthy mix. And then Ty said it's more women liking choking. Wait, no. He said it's more women liking choking more than men.
Like more than men like to choke. Like men
Well,
don't like to
basically,
choke.
basically
Right.
saying they.
It's-
So a
It's more
woman
women that wants to
them.
be choked.
Yeah, right. Where y'all at?
Yes.
Where y'all, like, why?
Yes.
What?
Yeah,
What
I
And
you-
know.
then, but
women-
what if it's
I
too
agree.
serious
I
though?
agree.
What if you in the moment and it get too serious and she,
No.
because you all,
That's why I say it's
In
supposed to
the
be a
moment.
soft choke.
Right.
If you really trying to choke your woman out, then where are you
Right.
retarded?
Right.
It's supposed to be, like you said, Sasha. It's supposed to be more of an intimacy thing.
Hey, no, but it's people that like that.
Yeah, you weird.
It's people
Right,
that
it
like
is,
that.
it
I'm
is.
telling you.
Right,
people that like
they
it.
The dominatrix
What
stuff,
they call
like,
like BSMD or something.
Yeah, it's people like that stuff.
Right, they weird.
Right, come out and they
But
come
I
back
don't,
like,
but I don't know. I don't know a lot of women who. Well, they ain't said. A lot of women ain't said nothing about no choking though. They ain't.
what?
They don't express that. They don't express that. They don't express that. You ain't gonna.
I'm telling
You ain't
you.
gonna get a
they
lot.
do,
I'm
I'm telling
telling
you.
Who express it?
Women.
Everybody.
What that's
Okay,
it?
who
What-
cares?
They're lying to you. They're doing it for you.
Oh, so they think they capping. So
No,
they
they're
think
they're
it's
doing
not.
it for you. They're stroking your ego. They're making you feel good. Like, yeah, daddy,
Right.
you're putting it
No,
down. when
I'm
you're
not,
really,
I'm not even talking
you're
about
probably
not
right,
even people
and you're
that
not.
not even
No,
people
no.
intimately. I'm just talking about you
Yeah.
get on Facebook, you get on Instagram.
Stay off the internet, man.
A woman has
Don't get
a
me in
post.
trouble.
A woman has a post of her wanting to be choked.
It is.
Right.
Right.
Everybody
Right.
agrees.
That's what I'm
It
saying. Stay
is.
off the internet.
Listen, I know internet's not always true, but
Right.
that's what most women portray that. So men think they need to do that because women like that.
No, but
It's not like nobody likes it.
Right,
Okay.
right. Hold on, but what I'm saying is, where are they saying that they like the choking? Like, I haven't really met women who say I like the choking. Like, I understand you like it rough, but I haven't met a woman who's just like, I like the choking, or you bending my
They're not
arm
gonna
back.
say that. They're not gonna come out.
That's
and
what I'm
say
saying. So,
yeah.
so what I'm asking y'all is, y'all saying they do like it. Are y'all speaking from experience?
No, we just told you.
I'm speaking from subliminal
That's
That's all I'm
messaging.
saying.
Yeah, I'm speaking from
Them can
subliminal
get you in
messaging.
trouble. Subliminals can
That's
get
how-
you in trouble. You better be clear.
But listen,
Clarification. You need to know, because you do it to the wrong person, they could scream something else happened and claim something else is going on during that time. So you gotta be careful with that.
You ain't trying to get me
Subliminal.
too. I ain't trying to
Yeah,
get
y'all gotta
Okay.
stay
Stay off the internet, fellas.
Okay, what about your 20s versus your 30s?
Right.
Like sex in your 20s versus we're like early
Is it
20s,
different?
teens versus like sex in your late 20s, early 30s. Like is there a difference in
Definitely.
how you do things?
Definitely.
Okay.
Because in
For the
your 20s,
good? Like,
Is it a
Oh
difference? on
yeah,
how
it's
you-
definitely for the good, because back in the
Right.
20s, you was just trying to get it in. But now in the 30s, from experience, I'm trying to put on a show.
it don't matter to you. It don't
I'm
matter
trying to put on a
to
show.
you.
Hold on, let him talk, man. Let him
What kind of
talk.
show?
what kind of show? Wait,
Go ahead.
you want to get some popcorn?
We
You want to get some popcorn?
We ain't gonna go into the show, but I'm trying to put on the show though.
But
Like,
for
as far as
who?
what?
For
Because
her?
you ain't about to be talking to me about your friends like,
Oh, so-
girl, listen, I wasted a number on him.
Right, so
You ain't about to be. you
Right,
ain't-
but what do you mean
I
by
ain't
putting on the
ready.
show? What is
If you
that?
Put it on the show.
Like what?
Let's go break it down.
Like you strip it down to a
Break
thong, dancing in
Nah,
front.
just
Yeah,
nah.
you gotta
It's-
elaborate,
He's-
brother.
he's
It's,
really
it's about you.
performing.
It's more about you. It's not about me.
Okay.
So it's about her.
I understand that because in my
So
20s,
that's
So
what I
basically,
mean.
whatever she want.
In the 20s, it was about me,
yeah,
but now it's about her.
Right, so in her
This
30s
is the
now.
second
so which
time he
means
is
you
growing
doing
up
anything.
today.
So which
Nick
means you
Right, so you can do
graduated.
anything she want.
No.
You just said it's about her.
No, because
Yeah,
I'm gonna do
I'm just trying to
I'm
get
gonna
what
do
you're
what I
talking
want to do. Like I'm gonna do what I want to do.
I feel you. I feel you.
And my goal is to make her climax.
Ty agrees. He
Right.
said it's more of a pleasing thing.
Right.
Like it's
Okay.
not about
Getting
me.
into
no more,
learning a
you
woman,
know?
her
Right.
body, and how things
Exactly.
work.
Open up, man.
Thank you,
Let
Ty.
people know.
Hey,
Right.
nah, but I understand the 20s was strictly about me. The early 20s was strictly, I don't care about you, girl.
Uh-huh.
You're just another hit list. Yeah,
Right.
It's another body on the hit list.
Oh my
When
gosh.
you get older, it's like, all right, now it's like,
So how
I
are
want
you
you
now?
to.
They probably still
Oh,
on the
no.
hit list. You still ain't in a relationship or dating.
No.
But you just do it a little bit differently.
No, because later on, it's like you starting to settle down now. Like I'm not dating just to be dating.
You're starting to value your.
Yeah,
your-
like you know what I mean?
Date with a
Yeah,
purpose.
true.
Date
That's
with a purpose.
very true. That's very true.
Okay.
In your early 20s, you done hit
Okay.
your head out the speed. You know what I mean? Like you know.
That's very true.
Now it's like
know.
I'm getting older. I don't
Talk to
know.
him. Talk to him. Shit. Just talk to him, man.
I'm just being honest, bro. When I was in my 20s and 18s, bro, I was worried about me not performing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was worried about her because at that age, 20 and 30, you really was going back and tell your friends. You
Right,
know what I'm
true,
saying?
True.
Like, so at 20, in the 20s, I was worried about her going back and telling, bro, so that I, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to make sure that I was doing my due diligence at the time. You feel me? Now I'm in my 30s, bro. Like I can care less. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I can care less. I'm
Yeah,
like,
nobody to
I
impress.
have nobody. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm 30 years old. I don't care.
Right.
When I was 20, I cared. I was like, oh, I can't go back to school, or I can't go back to Barber College, or I can't go back into that dorm and I ain't put it down like when I in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? That in the 20s, it was all about putting on putting on a stunt for the people around you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're younger, you have that mentality that like I have to make sure I please her and please the people after. You know what I'm saying? My people I'm around. So 30s is like I don't have to please anybody. 20s I was trying to please, but it is a difference in the bedroom in the 20s than it is 30s now. Like 30s, you a little bit more.
Experience.
Well, you're experienced, but you're also like, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to do more. Like you
value the moment.
you
more.
value the moment more, and you're willing to do more. Versus when you're 20s, like man, I ain't doing that. Who is she?
See,
You know what I'm saying?
That's what we mean by that.
No, but y'all said that y'all are.
I don't remember. I put it down, but I didn't care about her coming. You know what I mean? I didn't care about.
No,
that.
but I'm saying it's not more about her coming, bruh. It was about how you was getting your strokes in. It was about
When? In your 20s?
In your 20s, yeah, girls.
It sounds like it's the opposite. And that just goes to show that everybody's different.
Yeah,
You know what I
everybody
mean?
different.
Like, so you still care
What you
about what you
think?
think.
Right.
What you mean? What I think, man? I already excited. I'm just playing. I mean, you already know, man. Like, I value it more now, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you understand sex more. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, hey, I gotta protect myself. I can't be slipping up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just value the whole situation more. You approach it differently.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Cause back then,
You just
could
more-
hit
you just
anything,
more
but
grown
now
with it.
you just be like,
you just more grown with it. You know what I'm saying? You
Y'all
value
still,
your body more.
People are still hitting anything. You just have, you
Oh,
have
yeah,
a little
I don't
bit.
know.
Right, that's all I'm
No,
saying.
not at all.
Yeah,
People
you
are
are.
still
Okay.
doing that.
Nah,
No,
because I mean,
you-
people
listen,
are.
listen to what I'm saying.
no,
Listen to what I'm
let
saying.
me
What I
stop
mean
for it.
is, before in your 20s, you were having sex with anybody. Now, they
Exactly.
might not have been to a certain standard or a certain caliber. And now, in your 30s, now you're really thinking about it. You're still just probably randomly having sex with people.
Yeah.
But she just got to look a little bit different than the ones that
Right,
you was hitting. in
right,
your
right,
20s.
right.
No, if she's not worth it, then no, I'm not hitting
So that's
If she's
that's
not
easy
worth
to
it,
prove
then
her
you're
point.
not
That's what
hitting
she's
it.
saying.
But
Right.
I'm just, but I'm
But
back in the day,
back in the day,
she
didn't
wasn't
care.
worth it,
But
still
now,
hit it.
what I'm saying is, where's your wedding ring at? All I'm saying is, you still having fun with having sex in your 30s, and just like you were in your 20s.
Uh-huh.
But
That's
it's
all
just
I'm
different
saying.
standards.
It's
But
just
now
a little
the-
bit of a
right,
different
the box
standard.
gotta come with some perks.
I don't think so.
But
Yeah,
let's go ahead.
it's definitely not like that.
All right, what
Time.
you think, man?
Now, 94, man. Come on, man. What we into now? What we hopping into?
I mean, would you fly somebody out?
Would you fly somebody? What you
Like
mean
if
by
you,
that?
like if you fly somebody out, are you expecting to have sex with them?
Man, listen, I'm good love.
I'm good, love, enjoy.
What's that mean? I don't know what that means.
Oh, that must be
Social
internet.
media.
No, it is.
Social media.
It is. So what happened was, Future flew a girl out,
Uh-huh.
and she thought she was about to make some music.
Yeah.
Future had different intentions. So she stuck with paying her own bill. Well, he didn't fly out. She flew herself out. She paid her own hotel.
She flew
wanted
herself out?
Yeah, she wanted her money back. But Future said, "I'm good, love, enjoy. Go ahead, enjoy your life."
Right.
She wasn't trying to give up the box when he flew her out. So some people feel like if they flying you out, you should give me that box.
Nah, that's not cool though.
It's not, but hey,
Right. That's not cool. You flying somebody out and y'all already had that understanding. You can't assume anything. You know what I'm saying?
True, I
You
agree.
can't be assuming that
I
girl's
definitely
entitled
agree.
to give up her body just because you pitched in on a plane ticket. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't already had that establishment, huh?
you didn't pitch in.
Where's the issue at then?
She paid it by herself. She wanted her money back.
So she
Oh,
was
she-
already
oh, she
stupid
did?
up
But what I'm
front.
saying
Oh,
though
okay.
is
She
if
was
it- if
stupid
it-
from jump.
if
Well,
you're
yeah,
not-
she was
if you-
stupid.
if you're not worried about the money, I wouldn't continue to ask nobody for their money back. You know, if you got this money, if you got this big bread, I'm not asking nobody for their money
Right,
back.
yeah.
You feel me? But
She just
Yeah,
got played.
right,
You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
right.
That's why he said I'm
He was
good, love,
thirsty
enjoy.
though. He was thirsty. He was thirsty on that.
it wasn't you, so was it you though?
Yeah, he was thirsty.
I just feel like he tried to use his stardom.
He was
Right.
He
super
tried to
thirsty.
use who he was. That's
He
how I
played
feel.
her off. That's some high school stuff though. Like, oh, you ain't letting me, you ain't giving me no play. That's back when cats used to say, oh, you know what I mean? F-U-B.
Yeah, you ain't give me a number.
Yeah. So that's weak to me though.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but we gonna see, bro. We going to halftime show. Hey, that's what we gonna do. Y'all make sure y'all call in. Start the calls right now.
What's
The
that
number is
again?
614-599-8638. All right, the number is 614-599-8638. Y'all go ahead and call
okay,
in.
so we're gonna
all right.
do the what's it?
Yeah, we about to do what is you chew. All right, so
Okay.
we're gonna get in here, get this bow going, man.
Was it
So
you?
what are we doing? What is
So,
this? What's
Call
going
in
on?
ASAP.
So
This is what is
yeah,
it
so this
you?
is
I'm
was
gonna
it you?
get a topic out of here, or not even. It's not even a topic. It's something that we all wrote down, and we gonna see. We gonna guess, and we gonna have just a discussion about it. You know what I'm saying?
So, are we gonna guess or are they gonna guess?
No, they're not guessing this.
Right now they're gonna guess the love language. This is just a little segment. We're gonna let them.
We still want to know. We still want
Never
to know what
have
y'all
a-
think in the comments.
Hold on. Never have I shot a gun or sold drugs before. Was it you?
Was it you?
Was it you? Was it you?
I don't know about that
Oh
one.
man.
Never have I shot a gun or sold drugs before.
What y'all think about that?
Hey man, that's what's up though.
As
Man.
long-
that is what's
hey,
up.
the thing is, as long as it's your past, I'm happy for you, man.
Right.
As long as you're moving forward.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I'm happy for you, man.
What you think, Josh?
I mean, I hope no one was affected major, in a major way when that was going on. But
It don't sound like no animals was harmed in the making of this film or nobody.
That's what they
yeah,
care
so I
about.
mean,
It's harm.
if you're no longer partaking in those things, I feel like it's alright. It's okay.
These are all props. These are all props.
Never have I sold drugs or shot a gun.
17.
man.
Definitely not me.
Oh wait, no. Let me go.
Go ahead.
Let me go.
Oh, okay, yeah. So who's next?
Okay, let's
So where
see.
we at?
Let's see. I had sex in a Chinese restroom. Was it you?
Let me
I'm gonna say that was shit. Let me see though. Let me see.
Crazy.
I always wanted to be a porn star and an escort.
Huh?
Wow.
Was it you?
Whoa. Buddy.
Who was that? B100, man, right now. Who y'all think in the comments? Let me know in the comments who that was, please.
Hey, somebody call me in, man. Call me in.
Hey, it says, I walked into a nightclub and had sexual relations with another man's wife.
Wow. What was it?
It
Two,
said, I walked into a nightclub and had sex with another man's wife.
B100, was it you, Juan?
Was it me? Nah.
B100, Fury?
Nah.
Y'all ain't being real, man.
It sounded like it was you.
B100.
Hey, he was tiptoeing in them
Y'all
Jordans.
need to B100 for
It
real.
sounded like it was you.
One night I was out at a bar and somebody slipped something in my drink. Whoa.
That's major.
Now, yeah, that's something
Wow.
like, if y'all doing that,
That's
In your-
crazy.
y'all out here doing that?
Somebody slipped it. Somebody
Wow.
slipped it. Mickey.
Who did that happen to?
All right, Nick
Somebody
said,
please.
y'all better look at Bill Cosby.
Right, I'll deal with
Hey,
it.
y'all had some
Y'all
wild stuff in
tripping.
that bowl, man. Hey,
Hey.
we gotta bring that bowl back, man. Y'all,
Hey,
y'all had some wild
Ty
stuff in
said,
that
what's
bowl.
wrong with us? He said, what's wrong with us?
Hey, that's wild. Y'all wild.
Somebody hit us with an emoji like, whoa.
Whoa. Hey, but
Somebody hit us
So,
with a whoa.
I gotta figure out who was that stripper escort. Or porn star escort.
Somebody hit us with the whoa emoji.
Right.
man.
So the love language.
Yeah, let's get this popping on the love.
So y'all gotta call in right now. Make sure y'all call in right now. Shiz, you gotta tell us the number.
Kiana, you're watching. Call in, you might
Call in. It's a $30 Chipotle gift card.
Yes.
That's you can go on a date.
Right.
Hey,
Well,
Kiana,
Fury,
you can call, you can
Fury,
take
hold
me.
on.
For
Sean,
sure.
please. Hey, Shiz, please tell them what the love languages is one more time.
Yeah, tell them what it is. So you
yeah.
gotta choose out of
They
these
know.
5 topics.
The love language is acts of service, quality time, and what we got?
Physical touch and receiving gifts.
No, words of affirmation. We forgot that
Come
one.
on, Monica.
words of-
Monica,
words of
call in.
affirmation.
Right.
Somebody call in.
So you
Sean,
have to
give the number one more
choose.
time.
You have to choose one of us
Yeah.
And say
and
what
guess our love language.
top level.
Yes, our
Our
top
top
love.
love
love
language.
language.
The number one.
So,
Thanks
so,
for
so,
joining
so the
us,
highest,
Monica.
the highest
And
you
you
go,
win that
is
right
10.
there. You win that.
The highest you can go, I believe, is 10. The lowest you can go is 2.
There we
All right,
go.
here we go.
We ready for you.
All right, we got one. We got one.
My iPhone chirping.
There we go. 94 feet.
Hello?
Yes. This 94 feet. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. State your name, please.
Danae.
Hey,
Danae.
Danae.
Hi, Big Brown.
Oh,
you
what's
doing?
up? That's my little sister right there. Shout out to Danae.
Hey,
Thank you for
Oh,
watching,
she
Danae.
probably, you can't pick Jawan because you
What's up,
probably already know
Okay.
him.
Nah, she don't.
All right, Danae. Who you got? Who you picking today?
This is my first time watching. What am I supposed to do?
Okay.
You wanna guess the top love language
Of anybody.
anybody
One
on
of
the
us.
set?
Oh.
All right.
Tell her what the
Tell
5
them
are.
what they
The
are.
5 love languages is acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, and receiving gifts. So who you want to pick to guess the top love language?
I'll pick Juwan.
All right, go ahead.
Is it words of encouragement, affirmation?
Words of affirmation.
I'm sorry, sis. You ain't got that right. You got to the next part.
Wow, wow, big.
All right, Denise, we talk to you later. All right.
Thank you for
Good
calling.
night,
Thank you
good
for
night.
calling.
All right, my little sister, man. Thank you, Danae.
Go
Hey,
on,
shout out
somebody.
to Danae.
Go
Come on, Kiana, call
Where am I?
in.
Somebody call
Gift
in.
card.
We got this gift card.
We got
614-599-8638.
Come on now, y'all.
We
Call
gotta
them
get
up.
money
Come
away,
on,
man.
Ty.
Let's
Come
go.
on, somebody call in.
Call in, Ty.
Hey, don't let my little sister upstage a lot of y'all, man.
Call in. I'm taking it for myself, man. Come on, call in. Let's go.
Hey, man.
All right, but what you think though? Is it important
To know your
to
partner's
know your
love
partner's
language?
love language?
Oh yes, definitely. Well, before I even found out the test, someone gave me the link, and I was like, man, let me go take this. And I just been passing it around because I'm like, dang, like I think that's what's wrong in a lot of relationships,
Right.
and I think that's what will help a lot of relationships succeed. Knowing your partner's love language, and you know, if your partner's love language ain't what you about, then you know that ain't the one for you. That's
Negative.
how I feel
Negative.
about it.
That's not what it's for.
I mean, I know that's not what it's for, but
We got.
You're always trying to
You talking crazy, man. Who that thought?
nah.
What
What up?
Hey, 94 feet. Hello?
I'm on here.
Yes,
Come on,
how you
then.
doing?
It's my sister.
Hey, you cannot pick Sasha's.
Yes, she
No,
can.
she
We trying to
can't.
go to Chipotle.
No, yes she can, bro.
No,
Stop
she
trying to
can't.
bully our guests,
You
man.
cannot pick Sasha's.
Hey, how you doing, Kiana?
What's up, Kiana?
What's up, KK?
Everybody.
Hello.
What's
Okay.
good?
Good. Now, who you got? Who you guessing?
Man, can you read the things again?
Yeah,
Sure.
we will.
We got you, no problem.
Okay.
It's the acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, and receiving gifts. So who you got? Who you picking on the set? And what's their top?
She can pick me. Just
Okay.
because,
Yeah, she can pick you.
just
She can
because
pick you.
she's my
I'm
sister doesn't
picking
mean she knows.
Sasha.
Okay.
I'm about to pick for service.
Yes, she's right. Acts of service.
No.
Let's talk about this ahead of time.
She's right.
Pick
She's
somebody. You
right.
gotta pick somebody else. Pick somebody else.
Go ahead,
Choose
Kiana.
somebody.
Yeah, pick
Choose
somebody
somebody
else.
else.
Because they think that we had a conversation
somebody
about it.
else.
She just knows me. She
Alright.
knows it's my sister.
She do know you though, but pick
Right.
pick somebody else.
Pick
Kelly.
me.
That's why she
Pick
disqualified.
me. Come on.
Pick E.Rich. See what E.Rich. Cause he a little all over the place.
I'm gonna pick Nick.
All right, go ahead.
Alright.
Okay, so acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, or receiving gifts.
I'm about to, I don't know, I'm confused.
Just choose one.
Just
pick
choose one.
Choose one. You know him. Come on, you know him.
No, that's why I said I'm about to pick my sister because I know. But
See?
No, but it's not like I told her. Okay, so which one? You got
Theory
acts
don't
of
dress you.
service,
Right, I know.
quality
You got
time,
10 seconds.
Just
words
guess.
of
Come on, just choose
affirmation,
one.
Just guess.
or
Just guess.
receiving gifts. Which
Which one? Which one am I? Which one am I?
Eight,
I don't know.
What you say,
Seven.
Kiana?
6.
I said time.
She said quality
Ah,
time. See,
Thank
I'm
you,
good at
thank
this.
you,
I'm
thank
good.
you,
Like
thank
I know how to.
I ain't
know
have
how
a
to
problem with you wearing
read
this. You
people.
gotta holler at Theory. It was him, man. Put it on him.
It's cool. It's cool.
It's
Hey,
Nick's
fault.
thank you for calling in,
It's
Kiana.
Nicholas.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kiana.
All right.
But I feel like it is important to know your partner's love language. And it's not because y'all won't work. That's not it. What it
Hold
is
on,
is
wow.
it,
Keep calling in, please. Hurry up.
Right,
Nick's
right.
gonna get
Come
this
on,
gift
come on, come on.
card.
Somebody gotta win this. Somebody gotta win this.
So my thing is, it's like it helps you with your relationship. So if you know this is your partner, okay, you gotta tend to that. You know what I mean? It's not like, okay, you ain't this, I'm not strong at that, so it's over with. No,
Right.
Because you might connect with her on a different level. Then
Got another call, man.
Okay, here we go.
It's vocal.
All right, hold on. 94 feet, we here, we popping. Hello? Oh,
Hello?
what's happening? What's happening? 94 feet, we rocking.
All right, I'm calling it Chipotle.
All right, who we speaking? Who you speaking? Who we speaking to?
Say that again.
Who we speaking with?
This is ROCKIN.
Okay, Rob.
Oh,
yeah,
What you gonna do? What
What's
you gonna
happening?
do?
What's catting? What's tracking?
you know you can't do that.
Right, you know you can't do that.
Who you guessing?
I'm guessing Shawn.
Oh, okay.
Okay. She guessing shiz.
What is it?
All right, I'm saying quality time.
That she is right though.
Oh, we got a winner.
Hold on, what is
We
that?
got a winner.
We got to see some proof she right.
She is right though.
We got a winner. We got a winner.
I know
We got a
that's
winner.
right. She said, sit that on. Can I get the other half? They played me on my side. Can I get on that other
They
half,
played
girl?
us.
It's $30.
Because this is
I'm
my
gonna
thing.
beat you,
If
girl.
her sister wasn't allowed, then she wasn't allowed.
She wasn't allowed.
No, she can do it. Let her win. But my thing is, can I
Hey,
just
these
meet you
dudes
at
is trash.
Chipotle
Pick
and
somebody
get a
else.
burrito?
She won. That's the winner.
Hey, Ross, just to have fun though, pick one more person though.
Pick me, Nick.
Pick somebody
I'm
else.
gonna pick Jawan.
Okay, what you got?
I know.
Words of affirmation.
Nah, that's my sister just said
Wow.
that. You not listening. Hey, you not
They
tuning
put
in.
you up here to this high standard of you just a
I
sweet
told you.
I don't know why they Juan got the people fooled. He got Belly. Hey, Belly B got
Hey,
the fool.
that's the second time.
He got
That's
the
the
people
second
fooled.
Belly
time.
B got the people fooled.
Jawan was getting.
No. Listen. Words of affirmation is my third one, so it's not bad. Okay?
Your third one.
But the top one is physical
All right,
touch.
thank you for calling in.
My thing is physical touch. It goes physical touch,
Right,
quality
no,
time.
right. Don't expose yourself.
Oh, don't shoot.
All right, man, let's go. Hey, y'all keep
Okay.
calling in though. But what should keep going though with the? You said it's important though.
Yeah, because it helps you tune in with her or him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they like. Okay, that's what we work on. You only as strong as your weakest link.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if my weakest point is such and such, and your strongest point is such and such, I gotta figure out how to bring myself to that, to where we grow as a one, as a unit.
Okay, so I'm gonna chime in on that if it's cool.
Right.
So I've read the book. It's really good. There's different ones now. There's ones for if you're single, if you're in a relationship, it's for your kids. It's all kinds of love languages books. But I agree 100%. The whole thing is like we love people the way that we feel loved. So if I feel loved by receiving gifts, that means I'm going to love my partner the same way. I'm going to buy gifts. I'm going to, make sure I'm always picking them something up. But they're not going to ever feel loved or feel complete because I'm loving them the way that I feel loved.
Right.
When the whole time, all they wanted just was quality time.
Right.
So the whole reason of finding out your person's or your partner's love language is so that you can understand how they feel loved. And you're not going to be perfect, but of course you can, figure it out. All right, if they like quality time, I'm going to take some time to just spend some time with them. Or if they like acts of service, whatever it is so that you can better yourself. Because especially what happened was like Shawn said, it was he's a pastor. The guy that wrote the book, he's a pastor, he's a doctor, he has a whole bunch of different degrees. He was doing marriage counseling and counseling everybody. Everybody was having the same issues.
Yeah.
So he decided, you know what? I know exactly what it is. And based on all of those issues, this is how this person feels loved, this is how this person feels loved. And so in the book, he uses an example of something simple as taking the trash out or painting a house. Like the man was like complaining about his wife always asking him to paint the house. But the way that she felt love was acts of service. So that would make sense as to why she felt like you didn't love her or you didn't care, because you're not doing little things of acts of service showing her that you love her. So that's why it's really important if you're in a relationship, if you're married, both of y'all need to take the test to find out how each one of you feel loved, so you can love that person that way. Like that's the whole point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
fire.
It is. I feel like the love languages. You just gotta wanna meet their top love language. So you gotta wanna meet that. I think the second one is just as important as the first one too, though. Because I know me, I had a tie. I had kind of a tie with.
I did too.
I had a kind of a tie with my love languages. So.
Hey, Monica said she wanted that card. Can Monica still call in though to guess?
Yeah,
Yes.
tell Monica to call in.
They said call in,
okay.
Monica. You
Call
still
in,
can call
Monica.
in.
Can I guess Sasha?
Hey, come in, just call in. But like I was saying though, I feel like the
Monica, call in right now.
is so important
I
though.
thought that was who made the cups.
No, that's Alicia.
Oh, my bad.
Call in right now,
Okay,
Monica.
well, call in and guess anybody. Call in right now.
Yeah.
No,
Right now,
no.
$30.
She said she wanted that car so bad. Girl, me too,
We
girl.
still got enough. We
I'm trying
still
to
got
go
enough. Call in.
That's,
Come on, let's go.
several Chipotle days.
Right. I'm
Several.
about to meet her at the
Right,
Chipotle.
right. Do y'all think the love languages make or break your relationship though?
Definitely. Because I think, like I stated, I think that's what's wrong with a lot of relationships. You know, you don't know your partner's needs. You know, you don't know what they're most attracted to or how they act.
But what if you know it and you still not?
Putting the effort.
Yeah, because that to me,
But then that's on you.
Like
They're
to-
going to be miserable.
like to me, people might know what you want, but they're just not giving it to you.
You're not applying it.
They're just not applying it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't really necessarily feel like the language really makes or break it. It's just more so action.
Yeah, me too. I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying?
I feel like,
And that's why.
But
yeah,
you
go ahead.
gotta know because you could be doing the wrong one.
But I'm saying
You gotta know so you can apply that action.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you know it, you still have to apply it though. So
Right.
even if you know it, you still have to apply it. Whatever your top language, out of these 5 love languages, you still have to apply them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Some people just really don't know how to apply your language.
Then it's going to be struggle.
Right.
Then you're
Right.
not going to be doing well,
Right.
and you better hope and pray that your relationship lasts. And that sucks if you do know and you're still not willing to put in the
Right.
time. That's when I'm really going to be like, well,
Exactly.
do I need to be here,
Right.
or
Right.
do we need to think about other options? Because
Right,
that's
right,
crazy.
right.
Okay, what do y'all feel about the love language? Like, let's talk about them individually. Like, what you know what I'm saying? What do you feel about quality time, acts of service?
Okay, so we have ours, and since somebody won, do you want us to okay, so Nick, you go over your top one, and you say
Right,
why?
So what are we rolling the gift card over? Is somebody gonna
Well,
call
we-
in or
yeah,
are we gonna roll that over?
I
to
want
the
to
next
roll
show?
it over because I don't want people to, you know what I'm saying, that this is gonna be our
Alright.
thing. You know what I'm saying? People call in and
Well-
try to guess our love language. You know, so let's just talk on
Okay,
the
well-
topics of the love language. Like, what do you?
My top love language was word.
No,
word.
don't tell me your love language.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
I thought it was over. No.
Roll
You just-
over.
Okay, so if it's gonna roll over, then I can go ahead and talk
Why
about
would
my love language.
If it's gonna roll over, then why would
No,
it?
because we're gonna have something totally different for the next
Nah,
week.
it's gonna roll over, fam.
All right, so wait, Rashanique, will you
Yeah.
not get the gift card?
Yeah, she
Nah,
got
she
it.
did,
She
but
got
it's-
it.
but
What
it's
we
gonna
doing is
roll
we roll over.
Next
so
week,
so basically,
we're gonna get
Oh, but
somebody
nigga,
else. Sean's
said
already
we're gonna
eliminated.
have something new.
Right,
Huh?
yeah,
For
that's
them
gonna be
to-
something new. This show is about to look.
All we gonna do is talk about
so
about
like
the
for
love
instance,
language.
quality time. You know what I mean? Some people's quality time may be a little different than other people's.
Right.
Like some people's quality time might mean me and you being here doing this like at home. Maybe just the simple things. But some people's quality time might be a little bit more expensive.
Right.
You know what I mean? You might have to take me on the plane. You might have to do this for me.
That's
quality
gifts.
time.
That's
Right.
receiving
Right.
gifts
No,
then.
no. I mean, but it's still quality time.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying your time while we taking this trip.
Right, it's me and you.
I'm not enjoying this time while we sitting at home, but I'm enjoying the time while we taking this trip. You know what I mean? Because sitting at home is boring.
True,
Sitting at home, oh no, it's just too simple.
true.
But we spend a good time when we taking trips, when we doing
Real
this,
talk.
when we doing that.
Right, making memories too.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
that's different
That's
with
what I'm
the
saying.
quality
That's
time.
what I'm saying. Like, some people's, it might be quality time, but you might want to sit at the crib. But,
Yeah.
but I might not like sitting at the crib for quality time.
Yeah.
I know I don't. I don't like sitting at the crib.
I feel like that's when it gets a little bit complicated too. Then, like, I mean, everybody's different, and
Yeah.
everybody's quality time, like you said, will be different.
Yeah.
But if it's like they gotta go super above and beyond to figure out, like, quality time, to be honest, quality time is just spending time.
But we always
No
gotta be
matter
out.
if it's 10 minutes, exactly, no matter if it's 10 minutes, if it's an hour, if it's a day,
Right.
whatever it is, quality time is quality time. And if y'all are like moving and working and got kids and stuff, you gotta be realistic. You can't be just getting up and taking trips. So the other person who likes quality time has to be understanding of that. And they can't be like, oh, I want a trip to Vegas. I want a trip to the Bahamas. I want to get, that's quality time. I love quality time. You can't be
But that's what's
What's
nice.
led to somebody else. That's receiving gifts.
No, that's acts of service.
No.
What's
Acts
that?
of service
Acts
is
of-
you're
yeah.
doing stuff for
Exactly.
me.
Person, right.
Like, to help me out. So if I have a lot on my load or my shoulders,
Right.
you're going to come and help me relieve some of that stress off of me. It's not like you're going to be paying for
But-
anything or buying anything.
But receiving, I wouldn't categorize that as receiving gifts.
But you're
Gifts is-
spending
is-
money.
It's specific, but that's not receiving a gift though.
Yeah, receiving a gift is
It's like I'm going to go buy you a bag, and here you go. Here's this bag. You're going to enjoy that. I'm
Okay.
not going to enjoy it.
A gift could be a trip too, though.
Yeah.
A gift can be a
It could
trip.
be a
Because
trip.
you spend the money.
But what I'm saying is like, let's say one person's quality time at home with the kids is just right for them. But the next person's quality time,
It's boring.
no, we're away from the kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the next person's quality time might be we're away from the kids, it's just us.
Right.
Right, I get it. I'm just saying you have to have something in the middle, because if you start getting real specific, like picky and nitpicking, then your relationship is still going to struggle. Like,
Yeah.
so I still should. No, I'm just saying, like, so I still should applaud the fact that no matter, even though you just took 10 minutes before the kids came in from getting off the bus from school, that's quality time. It's not a lot, but I should still applaud you for still going the extra mile and doing what I think what I know is my love language. I still should be happy with that 10 minutes.
But check
Just
this.
because that's what we have.
Right, but check this, that's the issue, because some people, like you said, some of these love languages is still different stuff that you can do for these love languages. So when Juan was saying quality time might be somebody's taking trips,
Just them
out
two.
of town, just them two.
Right.
Like some people really think like that.
Right.
Some
right.
people want to get out of the house besides you coming in and we only just going to Applebee's. Like
Yeah,
some
exactly.
people, you know what I'm saying? Some people really do think beyond
Want to go really
quality,
make memories.
right? You know what I'm saying? So quality time is a tough one because you really have to speak somebody's language inside of that quality time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's quality time is different.
Right.
Go ahead.
Not only quality time, but physical touch as well. Because a lot of people think physical touch is just sexual. And
Right.
It's not
No,
just
it's
sexual.
affection. It's
Yeah,
affection.
affection,
it could be touching my shoulder, it could be giving me a
Yeah,
hug,
it
it could be
could
giving
be
me a
back
kiss on the
rub,
cheek.
back
Yeah, I mean,
rubs,
right,
massages. Oh my God,
So it's like it's
that's
love
important.
languages, but it's levels to the love.
right. It is, bro.
Okay, so it's
It is.
important. Thank you, Rashaniqua. She said I'm speaking the truth, speaking facts. Thank you.
She just happy she
She,
got that
no,
proposal.
she, right, because I'm but the whole thing, what you were saying is that's true. You have to understand your significant other's love language, and then get down into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, you
You
do.
like quality time. What does that mean to
Real
you?
talk.
Right.
Yeah.
Know what that looks like.
Right, for real.
But then at the same time, she can't be all like super picky, like babe, I did, because you did try.
Right.
I tried. I did 10 minutes of each day, and you didn't even notice because it wasn't the 10 minutes that you wanted, or it wasn't that trip that you wanted.
Right.
But you still gave her quality time. So it still has to be like that.
Gotta
No,
be
you gotta find
appreciative.
that balance. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I
So
think
that's in
I do
conversation.
give you that, but you like Jawan said, it is you have to find that category. You still have to dig. It's still like a
Levels,
tree. It's still like a tree branch. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In these categories of how to spend quality time.
Oh yeah, it's a lot
You
of
get what I'm saying?
ways. You spend quality time.
Yeah, so it's like you have to, with these categories, you have to really get in, find it, and then break it down.
Right.
Even with
And
receiving
explore.
gifts. You know what I'm saying? Receiving gifts. I like some gifts, but
They gotta be expensive gifts to
well,
receive.
some girls like expensive gifts. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't, all of them don't like for you to just go out and get them a shirt.
Right.
You know, from wherever, Walmart or some girls don't like that. Some girls like, he said a bag. Every girl don't like the same bags.
True.
You know what I'm saying? They
You
might
gotta mix it up. You gotta have a nice
Yeah.
balance.
Like for instance with flowers, a lot of girls don't like
Yeah,
flowers.
see, exactly. They
True.
don't.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and it's-
Okay,
Right,
I'm
yeah,
one
a
of
lot
those
of
females.
women
I
don't
don't like flowers, but I don't like flowers because there's a lot of females that know that too. But there's a lot of females that do. I don't like being like everybody else. I want to be different.
But if you
But I like tulips though. So if you're gonna
Right.
give me a flower,
Right.
that's my favorite flower.
But
So if you're gonna give
But
me
you
some,
like flowers.
no, I don't like flowers though.
you
But
like
if you
tulips.
give
But
me
if you give me
some,
something, it has to be
then it
flowers.
would be tulips, and I wouldn't be upset. Like, why would you give me flowers? And because they're tulips.
See, but
And
that's
so I
what Sean's
I would
point
let
at
But
right
that
that's
there.
slide.
fine.
But that's a compromise though. I don't like flowers, but you got me my favorite one, so thank you anyway, babe. But that's how I am.
I'm not-
I
I
want to
think,
be all
I
difficult.
think all girls like flowers. That's just me.
Nah.
I think all girls like flowers. I just don't
Depends
think
on which ones.
it just depends on which ones, and I feel like it depends on
The moment.
when you get it.
Right.
Like you can't get it when we just got in an argument. You have to
Right.
get it
Just spontaneously.
spontaneously. You can't just be bringing you flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Just a random
Just
day.
a random
come home
day.
from work,
All women
have
like
flowers.
just to get them flowers.
Taylor-
Women like that.
Taylor
Yeah.
said it's the thought that counts.
Right.
She said she does, but she doesn't like flowers. But it's
Exactly.
the thought that counts.
All
And that's what I'm saying. I don't like flowers, but I like tulips. I like how they look. I don't want them in my house. I'm not going to take care of them. I'm not going to water them.
Right.
They're probably not. I don't even have a vase to put them in.
So-
So if you give me flowers,
So-
there's just no point.
so but what you
but
talking-
if you do it, I'm gonna be like, I find a cup just because you did that, you went that extra
the
mile,
thought.
and you did it, and it's the thought that counts.
But listen,
I'll find the cup
see,
for
that's
your
what
flowers.
y'all think. But to some men, it's like you don't even care. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I understand you saying I appreciate it, but I don't like flowers. But that just show
I
me-
would never say that
But
though.
look, what you
So
showing
you
me.
saying-
I would never say that.
But you're showing me, cause you're not taking care of it. You're
No,
not
I just said
caring.
I would find the cup.
You would find a cup.
I
That's
would,
it.
I would
flowers-
find the cup. I would take care of
They gonna die
flowers.
But check this though, if I was to buy my lady flowers, like I wouldn't expect her to take care of them because they're gonna die anyways, no
Right.
matter how much. It's
Right.
not a plant, you know what I'm saying? So, but I just feel like it's just when you, it's all about with flowers. It's all about when you get it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like every female will appreciate a flower. Now they might not want you to get flowers all the time. They might not want it to be your regular thing, but all women like would appreciate a gift of flowers at one point in their life. Though that's what I'm just saying.
Right.
Rashaniqua
At one
said,
point.
buy me something that's not going to die. She said, flowers are going to die. Buy me, don't waste your money on that.
Right.
Spend your money on something that I can keep long term.
Yeah, alright.
So would you
But-
consider that? Would you consider her ungrateful to be ungrateful?
No, I'm sure she would still take the, I'm sure she would still take the flowers like I would. But see, that's not my love language. So
Right.
you definitely, I would
But
I
that's
would
a
take
gift.
it, but I still wouldn't feel love from that. You could buy me a million things and I still could feel empty inside. Because you're still not meeting me with my top love language.
Bro, I get what you're
Right.
saying. I get what you're
So-
saying.
That's
But
fine.
see,
That's
see,
fine.
with me, the problem the love language that I have a problem with is words of service. Like when I took the quiz,
Words of affirmation.
yeah, words of affirmation.
Yeah.
When I took that, like words of affirmation, bruh,
That mean a lot to you?
means nothing to me.
At all. At all, I swear.
Yeah, they
At
do.
all.
Yeah, right.
You're like,
I'm gonna tell you why. I think this
I
the main
disagree.
this the main word that I appreciate with words of service. So I'm being honest. Is I'm proud of you. Like
No.
that's the main thing.
Yeah.
The I love you. If you're not like people can say anything to you,
True.
but if they're not showing that,
Right. That's true.
then it means nothing. If she continue to say, "Babe, I love you,"
And she ain't showing.
and she's not showing me love,
Right.
then what does that word mean? What is the words? What if
But
that?
that's different though.
No,
But
it's not.
but
That's
but-
real
'cause you're
talk.
saying I love. I
Right.
could come through straight fresh off the barber chair and she'd be like, "Damn, babe, I like your haircut."
Right.
That means something to me.
Right.
Right, but I
That
understand.
means something to
Paying
me because
attention to you.
right, like you paying attention, and I'll be like, "How you want me to cut my beard?
Right.
Do you want it thin? Do you want it full?" And then if I ask you, and then she like, "Oh, I don't even know." That's like, damn, you ain't paying attention to your man. But if I ask you and then you say something, then I'm like, "Oh, okay, she paying attention."
Right,
Like,
but
she giving me her input.
Yeah, you're
When he's
different
saying
in
this,
that area.
Since
he
it's
don't care.
Right.
Love is
Right.
wide. Love is wide.
But what
Right.
he's saying is, okay, I understand you like my beard,
Right.
but I don't have to ask. I shouldn't have to ask you that. Show me you like my beard.
Right.
Hey,
She's
when you
gonna
look
show
at
you
me,
That's
Why
what I'm
you
saying.
think-
Like when I walk
Let
in
me
the
tell
house
you,
and I
let me
cut
tell
my
you.
beard a certain way, she's going to tell me.
Okay,
Right.
but let me tell you how
She's
she's
gonna
gonna
tell
Don't tell me, show me.
So let me tell you how
How
she's
she
gonna
gonna show you?
Come rub my back.
That's
Come
the
over and rub your
Come
face.
yes,
Like,
yes,
hey, where
yes.
the beard go?
That's
Yes,
me.
yes.
Go.
Yes.
Go.
Rub my beard right. Oh, babe, I love your beard. Oh, babe, I love your beard. Don't have me come in the crib and I'm walking to the fridge. You're like, oh, your beard nice. Like, okay,
Yeah.
babe, come rub me though. Like, come show me.
No.
Come
Beard.
show me.
No.
Come
Beard.
show me.
No, I don't give a
Hey,
damn.
don't
Tell
show
me
me
that.
that.
Tell me.
Hey.
Just like when you
Come
get
show me
dressed and
that.
you in that, when you get dressed up and you in that dress with them heels, I'll be like, damn, babe,
But you don't touch
you looking good.
You touch
But
her.
I go-
I touch her.
Exactly, you show her.
Exactly.
But I'm
But
telling
what
her
if,
also,
what if
though.
she doesn't like that?
Exactly.
What if she doesn't like that?
What women don't like to be touched?
I don't. That's one of my.
What?
That's in my bottom two. Don't touch me like that.
See?
Don't
Oh.
listen.
Yeah.
Let me elaborate. Let me go into that a little bit more.
Sasha, a dog.
I'm not a mean person or anything like that, and it's okay with like the every now and again you get a little caress or something here and there. But like, okay, for example, I'm in the grocery store. It's this couple in front of me. They're in line. He's all on her back,
Oh, yeah.
rubbing her back,
That's
doing
me.
it. Get off me.
Yeah.
No, but
Get
that's,
off,
that's
like, that's
in public,
too
though. That's
bad.
Oh, you don't
I
like
don't
that?
care, though.
No,
I'm
that's-
embarrassing you all in public. I'm on you. I'm
No,
rubbing
that's
on
still
you.
different.
I'm kissing on
You
you.
do all that, bro?
I do all of that.
I mean, I don't care.
That's
either.
so
I'm doing
much.
all that because if
It's
I don't,
too
another
much.
nigga will.
No.
Believe that.
It needs to
Believe
be a
that.
balance.
Believe that. Believe
It needs
that.
to be a balance. It just
Believe that.
It needs to be a balance.
in public?
Don't do too
Hey,
much.
I'm just saying with words of affirmation,
All of
like
that. It's hard.
to
It's
me,
hard.
it's in life period. It's all about action.
But listen,
it
have you
ain't
ever
even
heard-
just with love language. It's just in life period.
But listen, have you
Anybody
ever
can tell you
heard
anything.
speak
It's all
life?
about
Have you
action.
ever heard that saying, speak life?
No, I get you. I
Speak
see.
things into existence, right?
Yeah, definitely.
If you tell somebody something, eventually they'll start to believe it, right? So
Right.
all of those is all from just somebody saying something. You're
Right.
smart.
Exactly.
You're beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
You're
love that.
talented.
Exactly.
So eventually you're gonna start to believe that you're
Right.
smart. You're
Right.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You're talented.
And
Right.
it's also
So-
a part of communication too. Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So I mean, I
Those
understand what
words-
he's saying as far as actions, especially when it comes to love.
Those
I get
words,
that
those
100%.
words, those
But still,
words
that
are
word is
uplifting.
still gonna go a
Those
long
words
way
are
for you.
uplifting.
No, because
Long
listen,
way.
Like them
Yeah.
words are uplifting.
Listen,
I can
get you to-
from my part,
Like what?
I understand Sean because I was in that situation.
Yeah,
To where I was telling the girl she beautiful, she this, she that,
Right.
but I wasn't showing her.
right.
You know what I mean? So I told her I love her every night. I told her, listen,
You should have
I
kissed
told her
her.
this all the
Slacking,
time.
bro.
I was slacking, but she told me like, you say it, but now you actually don't show me that.
Right.
But everybody always says that.
Bruh, I done been in situations like
shit.
that's what I'm talking
That was
You
over
feel me?
a
Like,
period.
hey, you know what you start thinking about like,
Bro,
And Belly B, that was over a period of time because
Bro,
you
but
was
you
showing
making
her
my
like
point.
all you're doing is talking over a period of time.
Right, he's
All
making
you're
my
doing is
point.
talking.
Right. Exactly, I didn't show no action.
Right,
All I was
right,
doing was
right.
giving her words of affirmation.
Right.
All I was doing was
But
giving
that's
her
only
words of
gonna work for so
affirmation.
long.
Right.
Everybody know that now.
That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
But listen,
only gonna work
listen,
with
the
that.
whole
Exactly,
point
that's
of
right.
affirmation is that you're affirming it.
Right.
So hopefully you will already have the actions there.
Yeah.
So when you say the words, you're affirming exactly what you're already doing.
Doing
That's
exactly.
the whole point of words
Exactly.
that already doing. You already showing that you love him.
Because what if we on the phone? What if we ain't even by each other? We on the phone. I can't get no words of
You can't show,
affirmation.
yeah, you can't show
I
me
can't
love.
tell you no action over the phone. I can't.
Video
you know what I'm
chat.
saying? I'm
Video
at work
call.
right quick.
Video
Right.
call.
I'm at work. I
Hey,
can't.
I come through on that video. You better tell me I look good, baby.
Hey, listen, Ty said that he needs a woman to make him feel like he's the president. Words of affirmation. That's one of his love languages.
No. A woman that, right? Because a woman that, what he say?
One that makes, he said he needs a woman that makes him
Shout
feel
out
like
to
he's
Ty,
the president.
Right?
He is the
okay,
man.
okay. A woman, just because a words of affirmation don't always make you feel like the president.
Oh, you're crazy, bro.
Nah. I gotta
Y'all
be
are
more
wild
time.
if y'all think
Y'all
y'all have women.
Right.
Y'all crazy if y'all think y'all have women, right? And they're out here at the grocery store. Somebody like, dang, you look good. She might not pay no attention, but that is boosting her ego, and she's not getting that from her man.
Okay,
That's a problem.
Bro, that's not what I'm
Is it a problem?
Listen to me, Fury.
Yeah, that's a problem.
No, it ain't no could be. It's gonna be.
Listen to me, Fury, because you.
So don't tell your woman. Don't tell your
No,
woman.
let me tell you something. Because her man could be doing it, but then the next 10 people gonna be doing it too. So her
Exactly.
man
So
doesn't
she gonna tune them out because she like, my man tells me that every day.
No,
That's where it
right.
comes into
I agree.
play.
Good job.
That's
Nick.
exactly where it comes into
Right.
play. So if you're not doing it, somebody else is. But if you're doing it, then
Somebody
she's
else
going
still is.
exactly. But she's going to tune it out though because she's getting it from the one that she wants it from the most.
Remember a couple episodes?
You
You
feel
said
me?
y'all
Yeah.
better write this down.
No.
You
You
said
Write it down.
I'm about to write a
episode
book.
ago when him and Joe was going at it, when he kept on saying he's gonna fly her out to Vegas,
Right.
he's gonna fly her out to Cali, he's gonna fly her out to this. Joe wasn't flying her out there.
Yeah, he did. He
He
was
wasn't flying her out there.
real talk.
But I'm
But
gonna
you
do.
said she was out.
But I'm gonna do what he's doing plus more.
Bro, but that's all I'm saying. That's the main point that's the whole thing that I'm
And I'm gonna give them that
saying.
words of affirmation.
That's
I'm
what,
gonna give
hold
them
on,
that
hold on,
words.
Fury, that's what I was saying the whole time of words from affirmation, bro. If you're not putting other things into action, bro, them words mean nothing to me. You have, with words from affirmation, bro, you have to put other things in account, bro, because like you said, it's going to be other people telling your woman she's beautiful, bro. It's going to be other people doing this and that. If you're only doing that, bro, what are you bringing to the table? Because other people are doing that too. I need my woman to also to do stuff that other women can't do,
So what
bro.
you're saying is other people always gonna.
All people always gonna give you compliments, bro.
Right.
Like real talk.
But just imagine if they're giving her compliments, but you're not.
Right.
That's
True.
the problem.
True.
That's
True.
what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Bro, I didn't say that you couldn't give words. I just told you that what make the words from affirmation that make me feel good, bro, is I'm proud of you, bro. I'm not saying that you don't give words from affirmation. What I'm saying is, bro, words from affirmation, you have to put work in behind that, bro, period. You can't just tell me something and you're not putting nothing else in action.
Stop it, bro.
I done
But
been-
every-
Cause
but
bro,
everybody-
been through
if
that.
you're dating a woman, bro, and say your woman never tells you look good, bro. Your woman never tells you you
That-
look good.
But she shows you.
But
Right, but she shows me. That means
I don't maybe if she's not looking at other men, that she would show.
Bruh,
If
but-
your woman is telling you, if your
All I'm
woman is
saying-
not telling you that you look
That's the
good,
problem.
but another woman constantly, or when you're out and about and they're like, damn, you look good, and you're like, damn, why my woman telling me this? Bro, that's gonna be a problem.
But with me, bro, I already
That's
know
gonna be a problem.
With me, I'm already right because I'm already confident that I look good. I'm confident that I look good.
Right.
I don't need my woman to tell me that I look good because she
Oh,
with
nah.
me.
That right there
Nah.
goes to show how everybody's
No,
different
my
with their love
exactly.
language.
Bruh,
Period.
exactly.
I'm just saying, if my woman tell me I look good,
Because you can have bad, you can have Holly Berry if you ain't telling Holly that she look good, bruh. She going out there, somebody telling her.
What you better realize is Holly Berry needs that confirmation. What Shawn says, he don't need that.
I don't need confirmation that I look good, bro. I know I look good.
That's why.
But it still feels
I'm about
Exactly.
action.
It still feels good.
That's why one of my main things is if I'm never in a relationship with a girl, another guy is never gonna take that girl from me. If I lose that girl, it's because of me, not because of what you do.
Right. I'm about action,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm confident in myself.
I'm about action. I'm about action, bro.
You feel me? So I know.
I'm about action. I'm about remembering, you know what I'm saying, the things that you like. Blase skip. That's what I want you to remember, the things that I like.
Right.
I want you to be there for me when I'm doing this and that. I don't want you to just be talking about, oh, you look good. You know what I'm saying?
You about action,
and I'm
boss.
not getting no action behind that, bro.
I look good, but you don't want to give me a kiss.
Okay,
I look good, but
okay.
you
So
don't want
this
to
is
touch
the
me.
last
I
thing I
look
want
good,
to
but you
say
don't wanna-
on this right here. Flip it, right?
Yeah.
Say you're doing all of this stuff. Say you're doing stuff for her. You've been working hard, making sure that you're doing things, whatever. And she never says thank you or I appreciate you or you're wonderful. Those are still words of affirmation. I just appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Right.
That's you gonna feel some type of way
Right.
because you've been working hard, putting in work.
Yeah.
You never have to hear it. You never have to
I'm
hear
feeling-
thank you
I
or
wanna
I
hear it.
appreciate
I
you.
wanna
I
hear
want to
that.
hear
I
that.
want to hear a certain type of way. If I hold your door open,
And
just
you
because
never
we go
say
together,
thank
you're not
you.
saying I thank you,
Right.
and we
Or
go
I
together,
appreciate
I don't
you.
care.
So
Like,
listen,
hold
this
on,
is
what?
my thing.
Right.
So if you hold the
Still
door
got-
open,
Exactly. You still gotta say thank you.
Listen,
But
Right.
that's
You still
not.
gotta say. You still.
Y'all missing the point, man. What I'm really trying to get down to, I'm talking
Shit,
about.
what they trying to say is,
If you
you said
flip
you all
it,
about action, but eventually you gonna want that word of affirmation.
Bro,
eventually.
but to be
Yeah.
honest, I'm real talk, bro. I'm gonna want her to show me action that she appreciates what I'm doing for her, bro.
Okay, so-
whether it's receiving a gift from her, I'm feeling that acts of service. I'm feeling that, like, babe, do something for me
I don't care
to
about
show me
it.
that you appreciate what I'm doing for you.
Right.
You
Okay.
feel me? That's what I'm
But
saying.
that's why
Don't tell
people are
me.
different,
Don't
though.
give me
Yeah.
words, bro. Give me some
Because-
action
Right.
behind you
Put
feeling
something
good.
into my
Put
life.
something into my life.
Give
Pour
my-
into my life.
Don't give my man
You
a
feel
wallet
me?
or a bag or something.
Yeah, give me
And show me that you care.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
that means nothing.
Yes.
You can
Listen,
be treating somebody.
listen,
You
eventually-
can be treating somebody like a
That's
dog
the whole
and just
purpose of
getting them a
love
bag.
language.
You can be
That's the
treating
whole
somebody like a
purpose of
dog
love
and getting them a
See, I
bag.
didn't say
or
just
taking them on a
receiving
trip.
gifts. I said give me acts of service, bro. Give me a back rub.
But listen,
Like
listen,
that,
yeah.
bro. I'm talking about stuff
I just
like
cheated
that.
on you, but I'm coming home giving you a back
Oh, she
rub.
cheated on you, give you words of affirmation. It's the same thing.
So listen.
What are you
Ain't
talking
nothing-
about?
Here,
Ain't nothing guaranteed.
That's the beauty of love languages.
everybody's
You
different.
get what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it because your love language is different than his.
Yeah, it is.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It
so,
is, bro.
So that's what the love language is here.
But bro, I'm just saying, bro. It ain't like I haven't been through this, bro. I done been through dates and dating relationships, bro, and talking to females, bro, going on dates, being in relationships, bro. I done been told this and that, this and this, that, bro.
What
Like,
happened?
the words is okay,
I got a
bro,
question,
but
I got a question,
the
I got a question.
action,
The words ain't in
the
stone.
action never, the words ain't in stone, bro.
Right.
What happens if tomorrow we wake up and they say the U.S. dollar isn't worth nothing? What do you have?
Your word.
You got gold.
What do you
You got
no.
gold.
What do you have? If the U.S. dollar tomorrow isn't worth nothing, you can't get no
You got
gifts.
love. You got
can't
love.
get no gifts.
You got
You
love.
can't get no gifts. What do you
You
have?
still
You
can
said
get back
you have
rubs.
love and back rubs.
You still
what do you get? That's all. That's it.
Bro,
That's
that
it.
didn't,
I just want to put that out there.
That's
all I want. That's
but
all
that
I
didn't
want to
prove
put out
your point
there.
though, bro, because you still stuck with right.
I feel
Right,
I'm trying
right,
to
but y'all see what I'm saying though?
No, I don't. That's what I'm
Show
trying to
me,
say.
give me a gift. Like,
No, see, you stuck
But
on
he
gifts.
said
I didn't say
acts of
gifts.
service too.
Yeah.
So you might
Physical
show me.
touch.
You might show me by coming and giving me a hug.
Right.
I ain't even saying that.
Exactly.
You might show me.
That's physical touch. That's
Right.
not acts of service.
But I'm talking
But
about
it
all
is
that.
service.
All that is
Because-
action.
Because I'm like, okay, she might go get the roses and put them on the floor and show me something better. Give me a bubble bath or something to rub me down in there. That's acts of service. That's not
Right.
always
Thanks for a bubble bath, bro. Give me a bubble bath, babe. Give Give me
When
my
I get home,
have my towel set out. Make me some dinner. I don't want you to come home and you sit on the couch and I'm like, I come in the crib. You know what I'm saying? And you like, thank you for the other night. Thank you for the other night. And you like, hey, what do I get? Fury just don't want
That's
that.
why we should have talked about our love languages.
He just don't want. Hey,
That's
hold on.
exactly why we should have talked about our love
Hey, the
languages.
only thing.
That's exactly why
Hold
we
on.
should have talked about our love languages.
This is why it's coming down to. Fury he don't want nothing from a girl, basically.
Exactly.
But words.
I don't want no gifts.
But
no
words.
nothing, 'cause I don't
He
need
just
no
want
gifts.
words. He don't
All
want
I
that.
want is words.
I want
nothing
some-
else.
So she can tell you handsome, you do all this all your life, and then she tell another nigga that too.
Right. You cool
So
with
then
that?
what?
Yeah, as long as it's coming from her, as long as it's coming from the one that I want from, it don't matter.
But you ain't getting
So it don't
nothing
matter
else.
if she gives to another nigga too.
It don't matter. That's why we should have talked about our love
Hey,
languages.
I'm telling y'all
so
now.
we could have talked about
Hey,
that.
I'm telling y'all
That's why
now.
we should have talked about
Hold
our
on,
love
hold on.
languages.
Being good this show.
Hold on.
I know I am. I know I am.
Real quick,
I know
real
I
quick.
am.
I'm not
I
saying.
know I am.
I'm not saying.
Thank you.
I'm not saying words from
I
affirmation
appreciate
is
it.
bad.
You see that? Well, he needed that.
I'm not saying.
That goes a long way.
Hold on.
Right.
I'm not saying words from affirmation is bad.
That's
All
just
I'm
not for
saying
you.
is
That's not for you.
no. I'm not saying that you can't even say that. I'm saying you just put something in action behind that. Don't just give me words. I want it all.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I want all of that love language. Now I have a top love languages, but I want all of that.
Right, everything got to tie
And if
in.
you want that too, babe, cool.
Right.
I'm gonna make
And
sure I try to
I'm
give you all of that,
saying-
but I'm not saying
I'm
you ain't
saying-
just gonna give me words.
That's from the start. That should be from the start. If you're doing it the right way, you're already showing that person that you love them, that you care about them. So you just have the words to back it up. Like that should already be first. Don't say it and then do it. You should already be showing them. You should already be doing all of these things
Right.
and then confirm
Okay.
it with some words.
Right.
Like, you're affirming this. You're showing. That's all I'm
Fury
saying.
said just give him words though. Just words.
You just want your ears to be that?
No, you ain't got to spend no bread on me.
Oh, okay.
You want your ears spit? You want your ears be that?
But you gotta, but
Just beat my ears
see,
up
but
and
y'all
they
know
bleed,
his
baby.
other
Just
two.
beat my
You
ears
gotta
up,
know
baby.
the top three.
That's all
Whatever
I
your
need.
top three are, that's what your
Right,
relationship
exactly.
should consist of.
Exactly.
We don't
And
know
I
his
agree,
other
but we
two
didn't get
are.
there.
So
Exactly.
don't know
we
yet.
gonna get there.
Exactly.
That's why we said we're gonna save it till later. We're gonna get there, bro.
All right,
We're
y'all.
gonna get there. Don't worry about it.
Hey, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thanks for fans for
Thank
tuning
you.
in. Love language is popping today. Love language, love language, love language. You know what I'm saying? But
Then
Y'all
y'all need to
can-
go look that up.
yeah, make sure y'all
We
look that
definitely want to
up.
post a link so everybody can take a test.
Yeah,
So
make
we
sure y'all
definitely
look
gonna
that
post
up.
a link so everybody can take that
Listen, it's
test.
very important to know your
Definitely.
other's love language. Please
Sure.
know
And your
that.
own. And
And
your
your
own.
own.
That's
Yeah,
good
your
to
own.
know. And there's one for your kids too. That's important to know. You have
Yep,
kids,
yep,
you know
yep.
their love language.
Yeah, that's true too. You do want to know your kids though, but make sure y'all follow our page on YouTube. Our YouTube is 94FT Live. Along with our IG is 94FT Live. Make sure y'all subscribe and follow us. You know what I'm saying? We got the Facebook. That's 94FEET. 94FEET. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, 94 we rockin', 94 we poppin', we ain't stopping. Y'all know what it is. This is where the talk get real, where the talk get ill. Every Monday, we back at it again. Late nights, under the bright lights, 9 p.m. Foes up.
Be here. Be here.
Be here.
Be here.
Be here. Be here.
Here.